Hey there, it's early in the morning around 8:45 a.m. Yes, I do wear the same jacket. I do reuse. Like after a couple of back and forth, we were able to like land an actual call with him. I told him that my availability will be like 6 a.m. to 12 afternoon on my time zone. What you're gonna do, especially in these types of situations when you've got a couple of minutes to spare before the meeting, they're gonna give you their email. You can ask for their email or they're gonna give it to you. Their business is included in their email, especially if it's a professional business email. What you're gonna do is go to ChatGPT to do some research about this company. What do they do? Basically, just doing research in a couple of minutes. That's all possible with AI. More so, I would like to prepare on like my questions, what do I want to gather in this call, so that they don't necessarily control the conversation, I control it. At the end of the day, it's about who asks the questions, who controls the conversation. I've got 13 minutes, but I just want to like share it to you guys what my thought process is before the actual call. Hey Yeager. Hey, am I pronouncing your name right, Yeager? Oh, sorry, wait. You know, am I pronouncing your name Yeager correctly?
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, for sure. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you as well. It's kind of rainy right now, so how about yours?
No worries. Are you in the Philippines? Are you out there?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's really we have typhoons here, but you know, just want to meet you guys and know where
cool.
you're at and
Yeah,
what you do.
totally. We have a support team out in the Philippines, so they mentioned the same thing. We have a typhoons. I was like, oh gosh, like, you guys okay? You safe? Like, so cool. Well, hope you guys are all right out there. So, um, cool. Yeah, I mean, Alex, my partner, I'm not sure he's going to join the call, but he's the one who was sort of like, I think recruiting you on Upwork and stuff. So, I think you guys went back and forth a little bit, but um, yeah, I mean, we're Alex and I. We're basically just serial entrepreneurs. We've done the whole VC funded stuff. Primarily in tech and SaaS. But this time around, we're really, trying to expand ourselves. Obviously, with all the AI technology now, right? We're like, this is exciting shit, right? So we're building like these micro, SaaS services for basically local small businesses, and we our MO is like, hey, we're gonna like hack it together, and hey, if it gets traction, then it's like, okay, let's go fix everything. So that's kind of where we're at, right? And that's why we reach out to someone like you because it's like, look, we know how to architect, and we know all the systems pretty good, but when it really comes to like, hopefully someone as experienced as you, right, that says, okay, cool, I got your blueprint. Let me rub these things together. So that's us. Have you checked out our website at all, or has he shared anything info with you?
Yeah, I did actually.
Okay,
So I looked at tryninja.co.
okay,
Is that
cool.
correct?
Yep.
And you basically boost businesses on Google. And I'm already assuming, are you guys like trying to build that prototype first version on Airtable, or do you have something working already?
So yeah, basically our stack is, like I said, it's kind of like piecemeal together right now. It was more. Um, are you familiar with like Uberall and Yext services? They're basically like directory listing optimization. So if you own a business, and if oh, sorry, let me rephrase this. If you own a local business, let's say a plumber or an HVAC company, like you're basically servicing like, say, whatever, a 10-mile radius from your physical location, right? So the Google Map Pack, I'm sure you've seen it, right? There's all sorts of, let's say, optimization that can happen with someone's profile or business profile. So that's the technology that we have. There's a service called Uberall that we white label, and they basically, API. As soon as the customer signs up, we just
Mm.
make sure all that information is constantly correct and it's updating, right? So that's our core service that we basically, have a subscription people pay us for. Now, in regards to our stack, right, the internal stack, we've been primarily just driving inbound leads from Facebook, websites on Webflow. Um, we have HeyFlow as like a funnel, sales funnel kind of
Hmm.
tech.
Hmm.
And then we have Pay Kickstart as our billing system now, but we're going to be changing that. Um, and then we primarily just use the G Suite, right? So it's been very, very basic, right? A good way to put it, right?
Yeah,
And then
simple works.
yeah, and we've got some, zaps going here and there, right? Um, but you know, we come from a background of, let's say, we had $80 million once at point. So we had like Snowflake, we had a full data warehouse rocking back in the day, but without this technology at our disposal. So we kind of architected that stuff manually back then. So it's exciting now to say, sick, we can string this stuff together way easier. So we looked at Airtable saying, okay, hey, what can we use as a database that's fairly simple, right, and connects to a shitload. So we're not like fully sold on Airtable, but we're kind of working with Airtable right now as far as, let's say, a data warehouse, right? What's your opinion on Airtable? Is it functional enough to do some automations? Because we're looking for like lead nurture, right? Like automated customer outreach. We've got intercom, which we like a lot. We think we can handle a lot there. SMS, um, and email and so forth. But that's about it right now. So
Yeah. So with my experience with Airtable, unless you're going to like need to like have dashboards, the charts, and all. It's not there yet. All right. But when it comes to storing data, connecting it to different platforms, depending on the size of your team, right? Because it gets pretty expensive real quick. One person is $24, and depending on the size. But sometimes I would rather just use Google Sheets at first. So if ever like you're gonna build something like this, what you can do is have a mix of both, right? Try Google Sheets and Airtable. You can do that basically with automations and see what works with you. But Airtable, like it's like Google Sheets on steroids.
Right.
But what do you like? What's the core thing you want to do with Airtable?
I mean, we just thought like, I guess it was, hey, is Google Sheets too rudimentary, right? Or do we need, let's say, a step up from Google Sheets? Like, if we can accomplish it in Google Sheets, we're all down for that, right? I think Airtable was more like, okay, can we, to your point, let's say we have 4 or 5 people that want to get access to data, right? Could we have more flexibility with like kind of hierarchy and like what data they see?
Mm,
Can they create some more custom views? So, for instance, the CS team in the Philippines, right? Like, they want to have access to the full record data. We need some way to consolidate, like a master sort of record of truth. Okay, they need to see certain things in the record. We don't need to see that, right? Um, so yeah, let's say an executive dashboard, probably like a marketing, a sales, and then like a CS sort of high level dashboard, which isn't too crazy. And then the ability to kind of like one click access the full record, right? And then I would say we would love to see all of our systems sort of update every 24/7, every 24 hours, right? Everything just sort of syncs up into a what I would say either a Google Sheet or an Airtable type of technology. That was the theory, at least. Does that make sense? So
well, yeah. I mean, for that case, Airtable is like pretty much good because I've handled that as well, wherein you guys would like to have everything synced up, and then you want to have specific types of, what do you call that, access to data, and you can't necessarily do that in Google Sheets. So, yeah, I think you're heading on the right track when it comes to Airtable. They're the
is there
leading
any?
right now.
Yeah, have you worked with any other, I guess, database systems that are similar to that, like Supabase or something like that? Or
Superbase as well. Yeah, I do have some experience with that as well. Like I I don't think that Superbase is like the best when it comes to that situation. It's more on a database of an actual SaaS. But yeah,
gotcha.
I do have like experience with that as well.
Okay. I mean, I guess from our perspective, the function of the database, right, is essentially okay. We'll know every 24/7. We'll have an updated status, right, based upon like, hey, is this a prospect, a lead? So obviously we can tag all that. We can
Yeah.
do that in Google Sheets as well. But um, uh, the biggest, I guess, hiccups that we ran into in our automation was first of all the data being clean, right, structured properly,
Mhm.
primary like phone number, right, all that stuff. Right, as you know, right, I'm sure you've dealt with data engineering first,
Yeah.
right, and then because then your automations fail, right, if it can't pull like the clean field. So, um, and uh, and then we just wanted to make sure that we had a centralized right repository, if you will, of all the data, and if it can get updated on the daily, like either through Zapier or whatever. And then we can feel confident. Hey, if we're going to fire the automations, right? They're thinking all from at least the same probability, right? Because it's uh, I guess even to start this, right? It was hey, let's start with Google Sheets, put everything there first, and then fire to Airtable, right? It's sort of like a backup database, so to speak, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but cool. Well, tell me about like what you've built in the past. I mean, what we're looking for you is like, hey, here's our stack. Here's a vision, like a flow chart, and we need your help to basically string it and take it all together, right? So,
Yeah. So like I've already worked with a couple of I haven't like worked with the SaaS, so this is gonna be new. But I do want to say that I have like a software engineering experience, so that I completely understand like what everything you're saying when it comes to SaaS and the technology. Even Superbase, even Vibe coded a couple of apps myself. So yeah, I mean I'm like what I'm seeing right now with your business with your SaaS. I really like what you guys are doing. Honestly, I'm just kind of I call that. I don't want to overpromise, but I am kind of concerned like about the complexity of everything, right? Because you guys, I think you mentioned you've worked with like uh venture funds and I don't know what the direction you guys have in the future. Because I always think on the long term, right?
hmm
If we build this on Airtable and suddenly you guys want to switch over to like something really more customized, right? I want to get ahead of that. Like, I I think what I really want is like gather as much information as I can,
right.
and then maybe at the end of that information gathering,
I might think, we might need something more customized, right? And Airtable might not be the solution because I've worked with Airtable. It's really great in some stuff, but if you really want to go past that, next level, it's hard. That's just my opinion.
Gotcha. What would be your step up from Airtable, do you think?
Yeah, like we would probably need an actual CRM, right? Because I think you guys are working with, a data basically with as like CRM type and Airtable. A lot of people like to make Airtable as the CRM, but they're gonna encounter like a bunch of problems in the future, like syncing up. Like I've already encountered that problem wherein you guys want to have every data cleaned, and then what you're gonna do is have this Airtable script, it's super complicated, no one understands it, and then and then
Gotcha.
a data breaks, and then you don't
Right.
know why that broke.
Got it.
So yeah, that's just my thoughts about Airtable and
Got
why
it.
I'm always looking forward.
Okay. Well, do you think Google Sheets can at least handle the initial build, at least from the architect standpoint?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because we're not, I guess we're not like super biased about Airtable. It just felt like, to your point, it was a little bit a step up from Google Sheets to say, do we have more flexibility? But um, you know, we're fine, comfortable in Google Sheets, and we're not like, I guess the right way to put it is, sure, we love having big budgets, but this is our mean and lean startup, right? So,
yeah.
we're looking to do, you know, uh, we're looking to build this growth engine, right? But then be able to have it power like 6 or 4 brands, right? We have one now, right?
Mm,
Now, sure, when we maybe get 1 or 2 in there, and it's getting to a complexity point, but at least we'll have the base architecture of what it needs to do,
mm,
and then okay, then at that point we can upgrade to something more sophisticated if need be, right? Um, the cool thing is, I mean, with Zapier, right? I mean, the data input is fairly clean, right? There's only a few fields like phone number. There's only a few other,
yeah,
I guess, critical pieces of data that probably need to be modified, so to speak, at least at this point. But that might change in the future. But so
yeah, yeah,
and I mean, have you architected these things before? Like, I guess tell me a little bit more about maybe a recent project. Do you guys use which automation tool do you use? Do you use NA8 or NA8
yeah.
9?
And then make.com, but I mainly use NNN just because
Okay.
of agents, and then I can basically connect it to any API. So I thought I sent a video to Alex wherein I actually like created this dashboard just from Google Sheets, wherein all the transactions, all the leads, all everything is there. And then every 9 a.m. actually it just ran. It like sends over like an automated reporting through my email. So wherein I can get like an idea of how much or how many people bought this, and then how much did we spend on ads, and then it basically looks at past records, tells me, hey, we got a couple of sales, but we're missing a couple of things. So it's my right hand when it comes to
Hmm.
this. So th- I hope like you get a look at it, but yeah, it's pretty comprehensive and all built using Google Sheets. But I think you know you guys have different needs. That's why I think it's really a matter of like testing it out, Google Sheets, Airtable, and then if stuff really doesn't work there, we can move over to like something more customized. So
Okay.
I also have like again mentioned experience with building those types of apps,
Got
basically
it.
using AI.
Okay. Cool. And then have you done like, I guess, lead nurturing before, or set up those type of workflows or anything like that before?
Oh, yeah, when it comes to emails, email workflow, call that, yeah, flows, right? So I do have, I just like don't really know. I don't have extensive experience with optimization, like copy, but I know how to build flows. Like for example, I've already built a couple one like when they sign up for a website, email goes through, a course goes through, everything, and uh, what do you call that? When they don't buy the guide or sorry the product, they also get like an email 3 days later. So yeah, standard email flows.
Okay.
I
Cool.
also have like experience.
And I guess, which CRM have you worked with most?
Yeah. So I don't know if you're familiar. Go high level, right?
Hmm.
High level. That's like gonna be my number one, and then yeah, I mainly use Google Sheets for my own. Right. I do a side business on.
Okay, cool. Awesome. I guess what would you consider your best wizardry? What are you known for? What are you most comfortable with? Doing?
Like what project? Like what
Yeah.
thing that I,
Yeah, like
yeah.
what gets you
So
going?
yeah. So like when I started this, I built this AI. DM setter, wherein it's basically I installed an AI on my Instagram, and then that's the reason why I built that was I posted something online, like a thread, and then it got viral, and then a lot of people was messaging me, and then I did not want to like message back every single one of them. So
Sure.
I actually tried, like instead of going to Upwork or to any other platform, I just posted a threads that I'm looking for someone on threads, and then for some reason it blew up. And then I have this AI that I installed on my Instagram, and it basically talked to 400 people per day.
Wow.
Like while I wasn't like just watching everything, and then some people noticed it was AI. Like most of them did not. And after the whole conversation, it was storing everything on Google Sheets. Like
Wow. That's crazy.
my mind was freaking blowing up while I was watching that. Like this is the power of like AI. The only
Right.
problem is, I tried that on my other accounts, and like if you don't respect Instagram's policies, you might get like
Right.
temporarily disabled. So yeah, not my best project, but something to like share.
Gotcha. No, that's cool. No, it's fun stuff like that. Like I said, with the entrepreneurs, like we're always trying to break stuff, as we say, right? So you
Yeah.
gotta, you gotta push the limit sometimes to be like, oh, whoopsie, right? Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess how do you work? I guess how much, do you have enough bandwidth or like, because we're probably looking I don't know, 20 hours a week at least to start.
Hmm.
And then I forget what do you try? Do you do by hour, by project, or how do you typically like to bill?
Yeah, and that's also like something I want to talk about because I could definitely do hourly, but depending on your budget, I don't want to go past that. Like I always respect you guys, so I can definitely do hourly. But like, what are you looking at? Are you looking for something that can be done in 3 months, or what? What's the time frame? What's the budget?
Oh, I mean, from our standpoint, like we like to work fast and furious, right? So
Yeah.
um, we're thinking like at least to get everything connected and like V1 up probably a week or two, right? Like just at least the art because I have most of it like you know framed up, if you will. It's just a matter of like, okay, like what systems do we choose to use? Great, unleash you, so to speak. Start getting the systems at least talking to each other. Um, and then from there, it's primarily like, okay, architecting the flows, and then obviously like structuring the data and just making sure that we have a universal data structure, taxonomy.
Yeah.
Um, and then then you set up triggers, right? And then obviously like punching copy and all that other fun stuff, right? But for the most part, I think we can start deploying like at least like, hey, we want a lead nurture campaign. Let's focus on that right now. Well, what do we need? We're gonna need data, right? That sort of like prelim. So to answer your question, I mean, we've got money to spend. I think it's just a matter of like getting it done as fast as possible. So, we like to burn the midnight oil. So sometimes it's people like to work hourly. Like, hey, how about for this project? What do you want? Because like you might want to get it done in an hour, or you might want to test certain stuff. I don't really care. So
Oh yeah. I mean, like I understand. Like you guys are a startup, and I know you guys want to work fast. I do want to work. Like I also have that kind of mentality. Like I just wanted to know if you you guys have like the specific time frame. But yeah, that makes me think a bit like what the best call that like hourly or well, are you looking for someone to for the long term?
yeah, I mean, this is sort of like the hey, trying to get in with us, and right, if we can work well together, right, we're gonna be ripping a bunch of stuff, right? So, I mean, to put it in perspective, we launched this company, like I said, ad hoc, like 7 months ago, right? We're already bringing in like, probably like 10 customers a month, right? We already have like about 1,000 paying customers, so it's a viable business right now, right? So, and we, that's where we sort of have all this legacy data, current data, and then how do we want to handle this in the future, right? And then we have plans that we're going to be opening up Canada. We're going international here in the next 2 to 3 months.
Mm,
So basically, what we want to do is we want to get the infrastructure in to say, okay, clone, rinse, and repeat, right? As we launch these. So that's where we're at.
okay. Well, it sounds exciting, and like I'm just thinking, I do have like a couple of hours every day, like four
Okay.
hours. I
Okay.
already like mentioned I'm available during, that it's actually morning in my time.
Got
In
it.
what time is it in yours? It's like almost nighttime, right? Almost 6.
Yeah. Exactly. Cool. So you
Yeah.
got like
So
20 hours a week, or roughly. Is what you thinking?
yeah, something like that.
Okay. Cool. Hmm. All right. Well, let me see. Do you think that's I want to see if that's enough time? We might even need more, but I guess how flexible are you with those times, or is it just more about how fast you can build, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I do have to like, you know, I like talking to you guys. I think you guys are, you know, the typical startup, and I've always like wanted to work in those, startups. Um, yeah, it's a good question. Well, when it comes to flexibility, I do have like, are you? I just want to ask, like, do you guys work even on Saturdays, Sundays?
Yeah, as much for days don't matter anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
we work. I mean, I guess like what's the right way to put it? We love what we do, right? It's not like, oh my
yeah,
God, we're maniacs, but it's like, oh yeah, we'll have sprints, right? Like we go maniac, right? But we love doing that, right? But it's not like, oh my God, like, it's not a stressful situation, right? It's more like, cool. Um, for instance, like if we map this project out and I ask you like, cool, like what do you need to do it, right? Like kind of how you're asking me, like I'll ask you like, cool, like is this firing you up? Is it exciting, or is this like blah work? Because if it's exciting work, you're probably gonna be like, fuck yeah, I want to rip this stuff out, right? Cool. And they'll say, okay, awesome, give me your timeline that works for you, right? And then we just kind of work from there. Um, from us, it's just like we love to execute is a good way to put it, right? It's sort of like the Facebook way, right? Hey, get it 80%. Doesn't
yeah,
have to be freaking perfect. Rip it. Like we'll fix
yeah.
the bugs as we go. So that's sort of how we operate. So
Oh man, I'm starting to love you guys. The only thing is, I can already foresee that you guys need someone that can, like, I know you guys are saying 4 hours per week, but I can already see that you guys
oh
need someone really hands on.
yeah. I was saying sorry, 40 hours a week. I guess what I was trying to say, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
um, if that's not you, that's okay. I mean, it's all good. It's sort of how it rolls. So
yeah. Like,
all right.
if you got me like 2 years ago, like I would have like jumped on the ship immediately.
Yeah, no worries, man. I feel you, brother. Yeah, we've got like I said, we got a lot of work to do, right? So um,
Yeah,
all right. Well, cool, man. Well, why don't we do this? Let me we have like a few other people that we're talking to, right? I mean, obviously I enjoyed talking to you as well. I think you got, kind of like the criteria that we're looking for, right? So let me talk with Alex and just see what's up, and then maybe we'll reach out either tomorrow or the next day and let you know maybe there's a specific project that we bring you in on, right? So
yeah, sure,
um
sure.
that doesn't require the maniacal, you know.
Yeah,
Next
but
time
I
I
do know.
see the video, you have the flow chart on your wall, like that's my boy. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cool. All right.
All right,
Well, cool, man. I appreciate you taking the time, and then we'll be in touch, man.
all right. Thanks,
All right, bud.
thanks, Adrian.
Cheers. See ya.
Yo. I'm still processing everything that just happened, and hot damn, kind of turned down the opportunity for a 20-year-old Matt. The only thing that was on my mind there was I've got the community did not want more work, because when you're trying to apply for these startups, they're really gonna be harsh. They're gonna be brutal. You're gonna like work for more than 24 hours. These guys, I can feel that vibe. They're gonna be asking for more than 8 hours from me. As much as I like the hourly rate, I originally just said $30. That's $240 per day. That's $4,800 per month. That's just 20 days of working. Even on weekends, they work. Let's say you work every single day of the month. That's $7,200 times 12. That's $86,400. 4 million. It's crazy to think about it. As much as I really love to, I'm not in the market for, more work, more stress. I still want to work. I still want to help more people, but I don't want to work 24/7 and just stress all over it. Thoughts about the actual call? I think I did great, but there are some cringe parts, especially in the first part. I was just trying to make small conversation. I just told him it's raining right now. How about yours? I could have worded it better. That's thoughts on the next call. I think this was a success. If you really watch all the way through from the point wherein I applied a couple of Loom or Nito videos to the point wherein we got on the call, they were ready to get me. Even from the guy himself. Like he told me that I'm the type of guy they're looking for. And I think I am. It's a hard decision. On to the next one. I hope you guys learned a lot on this. If you have any questions, if you did this on a regular job board on LinkedIn or anywhere else, it would be harder. But in Upwork, there are startups, there are small business owners that are looking for people like us. Getting conversations, getting jobs from them is easier than ever because we now have a skill that not a lot of people know. Comment down below if it was a stupid decision or a good decision. Thanks.